in Istanbul, Turkey.
The food culture here will blow your mind. We're going to be filming a ton of food videos here.
Let's get food hunting.
Istanbul is a city like no other. The food culture here will blow your mind. In this 5-part series, we're hunting down the best local Turkish food and eating where the locals eat. This is the final video of the series, and we're taking a ferry ride up the Bosphorus to the small fishing village of Anadolu Kavağı to hunt down an incredible seafood feast. You don't want to miss this video. Get ready for some mouth-watering food.
I'm Thomas.
And I'm Sheena, and we're chasing a plate.
We hope you're hungry. Let's eat. Today's a bit different to our normal food tours. We're jumping on a ferry to start us off, and we're heading right up the Bosphorus to the Black Sea, and we're going to do a bit of food hunting up there.
We're on the ferry, so what we're doing is we're heading right up the Bosphorus Strait to one of the last fishing villages before you hit the Black Sea. So the fishing village is called Anadolu Kavağı, and hopefully we'll be able to find some sort of seafood feast there.
We're starting off the food today with chai or tea. Now this is the national pastime here. Everyone is always sitting on the sidewalk drinking a cup of tea, so why not sit on a ferry drinking a cup of tea? And I love how even though we're on a ferry, they're still serving them in these beautiful tulip glasses. You'd expect on a ferry like this to be given some throwaway paper cup, not here in Turkey. Oh, it's so good with that sugar I added. Really sweet and really strong tea. Oh, I reckon quite a few of these are going to go down on this cruise up to the Black Sea. So it takes a couple of hours this ferry, so we've got a bit of a ride ahead of us. We've arrived in the village after a couple of hours on the ferry. It was a beautiful ferry ride, just cruising up the Bosphorus. So it's quite a thin strait, so you've got land on both sides of you, so a lot to look at. Now we're exploring in the village and we're going to find some food.
This fishing village is really cute. It's got quite a sleepy feel about it. Everyone's sort of really relaxed and chilled out, and there's really just one main street. There's a ton of fancier restaurants right out on the water. Thomas and I are sort of more about finding the more local and rustic places to eat. So we've come back into the sort of village proper, and we're eating at a Loktansi, which is a sort of a simple home style meal type of cafe, and we've ordered up a seafood feast. So let me talk you through what we've got. So these are sardines. They've been dredged in flour and then popped into hot oil and deep fried. This here is a beautiful fresh bonito, and then we've got some anchovies, which again have been dredged in flour and deep fried. And then we've got 2 types of salad. So this salad has got some lettuce, tomato, red peppers, and some dill. And then this one here has got red onions, some chili peppers, cucumber, tomato. And then we also ordered some chips to go with the fish. And then there's also a basket of bread. And then we've got 2 cold beers to wash it all down. Thomas and I are huge fans of oily fish, so we've got pretty much the whole spectrum here. Anchovies, sardines, and the bonito. I've loaded my plate up with the deep fried anchovies and then the deep fried sardines, and then I've got the 2 salads here. So let's just give this sardine a go. So it's the whole fish, literally just been dredged in flour and then chucked into that hot oil. It's like a fish chip. So, oh man. That is beautiful. And honestly, all it needed was that lemon that we drizzled over the top. The fish is really moist, a little bit crunchy, like I crunched into the head and it just gave way, and it's got a really strong flavour, so really strong fish flavour because of the sardine, but it is so fresh. That's really good. Alright, let's try some of these salads. So I've got just really simple salads. Red onion, tomato and cucumber. A really popular combination here in Turkey. It's really fresh. The tomatoes are so juicy. And that's what we've found during our time here in Istanbul. The produce is incredible. And it doesn't need much to really bring out the flavours of the produce. So the salads are really simply dressed. So olive oil, lemon, maybe a little bit of pomegranate molasses. And that's all it needs because the flavour of the vegetables themselves is so intense and really, really vibrant. Let's try one of these anchovies now. So again, like the sardine, the whole fish has just been coated in flour and then deep fried. It has a really oily sort of flesh. Very crispy again. Obviously not as meaty as the sardine because it's a lot smaller, but I could just eat those like popcorn. Just keep going. This is a really, really great spread.
I'm going to rip into this bonito. So this is another oily fish, and you can see the flesh is quite flaky there as well. So it just breaks apart really, really easily. It's got that beautiful skin, which was sitting on the hot plate, just sitting in the hot oil. So that actually, it doesn't feel crispy, but that will probably have a little bit of crunch in it. Let's get some more up there. That is not enough. Oh, look at that. Look how easily it peels away from the bone. All right, so that's got lemon all over it as well. Let's dive in, just have a bit of bonito all by itself. Oh, that's really, really oily. Fishy oily, not oily from the grill. So that beautiful natural oil you get from fish. And it's not dried out at all. Really juicy, really, really moist. Oh, yum. Let's grab some salad to chase that. We'll get this one with a lot of the dill. Look at all those big pieces of dill in there. Oh, I love the flavor of dill. It's such a strong herb, and that works so well because that salad's got lettuce, parsley, tomato, and then dill. That's all there is in there, and just a little bit of olive oil by the looks of it. So incredibly simple, and the dill flavor just absolutely sings. It's really, really strong. And now, one of my other favorite things, like Sheena, is these anchovies. So you can see that they were deep fried in these little bunches. Basically, it was just forming them into these little bunches and then dropping them into that flour, and then as soon as they went into the oil, they held their little bunch. So I'm going to munch into this one massive bunch. Oh my god. Oh, that is delicious. Oh, the fish is stunning. It's really good, really crunchy on the outside where the flours hit the really hot oil, and then inside is super moist again, just like the bonito. Totally different flavor profile though. The bonito was more salty, and these are just quite simple. They taste more like a white fish, but still really nice and oily. Oh, it's just so good, and I love all the freshness in the salads because it goes so well with the fish. And we've obviously got the two deep fried fish, so the salad just breaks through that heaviness and the oiliness of the deep fried fish.
This bonito is perfectly cooked. It is so moist and juicy. This is the perfect thing to be eating, this type of meal on a day like this. It's really humid and hot, but by the ocean, and everything just works in harmony really well. So you've got those fresh salads and then the fresh fish. We probably didn't need the chips because they're a little bit soggy. The bread would have done just as well because it's really crusty and fresh. But this is all going down. Such a treat.
That was a really good lunch. The fish was incredible, the salads were so fresh.
It was just a really good, honest meal. It was spectacular.
Yeah, it really was. Like sitting there, the place got packed out, so it was the place to be in this tiny little village. That is the place to eat. Remember, directions of where we eat always in the description box on YouTube, so check that out if you're keen to eat there. Now we're climbing above the Bosphorus. So this is the Bosphorus, the Black Sea is that way, Istanbul's that way, but we're climbing up because there is a castle up here, so we're going to check out the ruins of the castle. We've made it up to the ruins of Euros Castle. So behind me is the Black Sea. So beyond that big bridge is the true Black Sea, and this is the Bosphorus Strait coming in. And this castle right behind me was built in 1190 AD as a protection from anything coming into the straits. This is a really cool spot, and it's getting us ready for some more food when we get back down to the village. We've decided to finish with a cup of chai, so the same way we started this video, we're back in the village having an incredibly strong cup of chai to finish what has been an incredible day. Love the ferry ride, and then that seafood feast was unreal.
So spectacular. So before, I think I called this village Anadolu Kavağı, which is completely wrong. The way to pronounce it is Anadolu Kavağı. So we're really slowly trying to work out how to pronounce Turkish words. I think we're getting better.
We are, and we've got plenty more videos to come here from Istanbul, so lots more Turkish videos to come.
Remember to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. After Turkey we head to Berlin in Germany, so lots more food videos to come. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Say hi to us below in the comments, we love to hear from you. And if you want to support more Chasing Your Plate content, check out our Patreon page. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time. G'lay g'lay!
G'lay g'lay!